friends. I hope that you are doing well and just having a beautiful autumn week at home. The weather is so crisp and cool here today. It really feels like fall has officially begun, and I just love it. I love this time of year, the changing leaves, all the beauty that comes along with it, the traditions, the excitement and anticipation of holidays. it all brings me so much joy. And so it's been such a great week for me. I actually celebrated my 31st birthday. So I'm a year older, and it's funny, I was talking to my husband about birthdays and how I know so many of us can be kind of dreading that year older kind of thing. Like, we kind of wish we weren't getting older, we want to just be young. But for me, I don't know if, like, for me, the older I get, the more I'm just like, thank you, God, for allowing me to have another year of life, because gosh, like, time is so fleeting and short, and we really don't know how long we have here on this earth. And so getting to be another year older, I've just been so grateful to God for allowing me to be here and to hopefully bring him glory here on earth. And so I love it. Like, what's even funnier is today after church, we picked up some food at the grocery store to come back home and eat lunch with the family, and there is this sweet older couple walking to their car, and the lady had her cane and was walking really slow, and the husband, he also seemed like he was having difficulty walking, but they were still like right beside each other. He still opened her car door. It was just so sweet. He was carrying both of their drinks from the place they had just eaten at, and I looked at my husband Tanner and I was like, I pray that we get to that point together one day. Like, I couldn't think of something that could be so significant and such a sweet blessing than to grow old beside my husband and to get to that stage, and even in that fragility, to just have a deepened love for one another in every season that we've been through. And so all that to say, I'm grateful to be getting older. I pray I get to be an older woman someday. Like, I would love nothing more than to be here on this earth bringing glory to God in my young age and in my older age as well. So I just wanted to share that, because there's so much beauty in every season that God places us in, and sometimes we're quick to look ahead or to look behind us and think that another time would be better than now, but you're exactly at the age and the time for a reason. And so there's so much good in all stages of our life. So I just wanted to share that with you, and hopefully it resonates with some of you out there. But the point of today's video is to share a huge thrifting and antique haul. I have this tradition where every year since we first moved to Tennessee, for my birthday week or on my birthday, I go thrifting and antiquing. And I have to tell you, this year was insane. I literally looked at my daughter at one point. I'm like, the Lord is just blessing me so much right now. So many things. I have this little note on my phone that has things I'm actually looking for in regards to thrifting and antiquing. And I found so many things on my list that it was almost comical. Like, every corner I turned in the antique store, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's that thing I had been looking for. Oh my gosh, there's this other item. It was just like, I had to decide what to put back, what to keep, because it was just this overabundance. And if you're like me and you love thrifting and going antiquing, you know there is no guarantee you'll even see the item that you're searching for. It's a gamble. There's so many times I leave being over the moon excited, and there's times where I leave empty-handed because I just didn't see anything that stood out to me or appealed to me or was a good fit within our home and in our space. So I'm very excited to start sharing what I got with you. I'm gonna put some footage in here in a moment that shows just a walkthrough of Hobby Lobby and then the antique store, so you can see what I was doing. I know Hobby Lobby is not either of the things I mentioned, but I did get a few things for autumn there, so I'm going to briefly take you through those items too. So I will share that with you right now, and then I will go ahead and do my huge antique thrifting and Hobby Lobby haul with you. Okay, so first things first. At the thrift store, this is one of my favorite books. It's called Big Thoughts for Little People by Kenneth N. Taylor. I absolutely love this book for kids, and I already have it, which is funny because why would I buy another one? Because when it is the original, more old-fashioned version, I can't help it. It is such a good book for kids. You can order it online without it being this older copy, but it was 20 cents at the thrift store. So I knew I had to bring it home. And let me just show you one page. So it goes through the alphabet, and each letter has a Bible verse and just breaks down a beautiful characteristic that someone who wants to honor the Lord should possess. And so K is for kindness, and they just have this beautiful picture on each page, and I love it because at the end it asks questions to help your kids be engaged in what you're reading. So whether you're a parent or a grandparent or just have a child in your life that you can pour into and invest in, this is a wonderful, wonderful book. This is my kids' favorite book. We read it every single morning, and it's been a while now and they still love it. They take turns choosing the letter of the day, but I love this. That was something that made my heart happy to find. The next thing is this pfaltzgraff. I think that's how you say it. I've collected this brand for a while. I hope that I'm saying that right. I don't know if it's supposed to be a bowl. The reason I like it is because I've been looking for something like this that I can place a candle in during Christmas season. I've seen this really pretty thing on Pinterest where you put a wider candle in, and then around you have some of the Christmas greenery. And so that's my vision for this piece. This was only 30 cents, and so I was very, very happy to find this and bring this home with me. I don't know what this is considered, because usually with the pfaltzgraff collection, I have bowls, plates, and mugs. So if you know what this actually is supposed to be used for, please let me know in the comments, because obviously I have a purpose in mind, but I am curious what the usual intent is for something like this. And that was it from the thrift store. All the other things that I got are actually going to be a part of the next haul, and the reason for that is because I am going to start selling some of the amazing thrifted finds that I am able to pick up that I love, but maybe I don't need all of the quantities of them, or I just feel like it's a beautiful piece that maybe one of you would want to purchase for a really affordable price. So more to come on that, but for now just know that I'm also going to be listing like all the amazing finds here in Chattanooga with you, so that if you're looking for something, maybe I'll find a piece that you would like to add to your collection. So more to come with that, but that's all for the thrifting. The next store I will share is Hobby Lobby. This also was a really quick little haul. Most of the things I'm going to share today are antiques. So this first one is this little turkey. Nothing fancy, but I just thought this would be cute to add for Thanksgiving. I like that it's simple. It's plain white. There's really pretty details. It has an older look to it, but I don't usually have Thanksgiving specific decor, so I thought that would be good to add. And the other thing I got was 2 of these amber glass taper holders. They are $12.99, but of course at Hobby Lobby the fall decor is 50% off right now, so I picked up 2 of those, and I think it'll be a nice addition to the other 2 that I had found at the antique store last year. And the last thing that I did from Hobby Lobby is I picked up fabric because I made a autumn journal, and as you can see I went a little heavy on the glue because it showed through, so I'm bummed about that. But my daughter was really sweet and she's like, it just adds to it being this handmade thing, so I appreciate her saying that. But I picked up this fabric from Hobby Lobby and I put a little lace detail right here, and I added my usual bookends. I will put the video that I shared on how to make these fabric journals in the description box below. I almost thought about vlogging this, but then I realized I've done it before, so I'll just put that there. But I wanted to show you this really special idea that we started this year in our home. And so it's just an autumn bucket list, and I'm just placing photos and just what we're going to be up to this fall in here. I also am placing any favorite fall recipes. So this one has chai cake, which is a new recipe of ours, and oh my gosh, it was so good. All we did was add my favorite chai powder that I talked about in the last video to white cake mix, and it was just phenomenal, so delicious. My husband loved it, my kids loved it. My son Cade calls it fall cake, and I thought that was so sweet. But other than that, it's a really fun way to be able to document your seasons. And so since yesterday we went to the pumpkin patch for my birthday, I have a bunch of photos here from that time. And yeah, so I'm going to be adding to that. And I think I kind of showed in the beginning the bucket list, but I picked up all these paper supplies and whatnot from Hobby Lobby, and we're going to slowly mark off the bucket list for fall. And I'm going to keep this out on our coffee table because I think it'd be fun to have it on display to where anyone who comes over can browse through the photos, what we've been up to, and however far we get this year, we'll just pick it up after we pack it away and continue next year in our fall family journal. So I thought that was a fun idea and something that is a sweet new tradition that we're beginning. The next thing is all of the antiques I found. Like I said, this was like striking gold. I'm just on cloud nine still. I called my husband after and I was like, you're not gonna believe this. I found so many things. Like, this has been the most insane, epic birthday antiquing to date, and I don't know how I'll ever top this. So what I'm gonna share first are these beautiful napkins. I have been trying to source more vintage linens. I love working and decorating with fabrics. I think it adds so much coziness to your space and character. And so I found these beautiful napkins. Let me see if I can get it to focus on the detail. I just love these so much. These were $9.99 for 6. They are 100% linen, such good quality. All of them were clean. And I'm gonna be using these for Thanksgiving this year. My mom and dad are coming, and so I'm slowly starting to collect to make sure I have enough stuff and table settings for them to be in town. So I found that. The next thing is this stunning painting. I just could not believe it when I saw this. It is so beautiful. It's perfect for fall. It's a hand-painted image of a church in autumn, and it made me so happy when I found it. My mom had sent me thrifting money, thrifting or antiquing, and so I sent her this picture and I told her, I was like, Mom, I used the money that you sent me to get this beautiful painting. And it's just sweet because since she wanted to bless me with antiquing, I feel like I'll think of my mom now. And I texted her and I told her, I'm like, I think it's perfect because church has always been one of our most special common ties, of course, and being a family of believers. And so I just thought it was so fitting that that's the painting that I found. So I love that. The next thing is this pfaltzgraff creamer pitcher. I'm starting to collect these white pitchers. I just recently got a hutch on Marketplace, and so I'll show you that in a second. I'm probably going to paint it a mushroom brown color and have antiques inside of it and plates as well most of the year. So I'm starting to collect these little pitchers to put inside of it. And the next thing I got was this really cozy knitted blanket for fall. I actually saw this 3 times at the store before I bought it. It was only $10, and I thought it'd be cute to have, just to add a cozy handmade touch to our living room. So I picked this up. It is so cozy and warm, so I love it, and I'm excited to bring it out each fall. The next thing I got is this beautiful autumn apron. This was on my list to find. This happened to be someone in the antique store who hand sews these. As you can see, there's this beautiful ruffle detail at the bottom of it. But I loved the print. I thought it was so pretty, and I liked the more soft fall colors for autumn. But it has little acorns, which made me think of my youngest daughter. It has all the pretty leaves for fall. So I was very happy to find this, and now I have an apron I can wear when I'm cooking and baking because I don't usually wear one at all, so that'll be nice. Okay, the next things I'm gonna show you are already set up in my home, but they are amazing. So I'm gonna take you with me and show you all of the things that I styled that I had found. Okay, first is this beautiful wooden box. It says it was a toolbox, and I'm putting my cookbooks in there. I really liked the idea. I know when I shared my fall video for our kitchen, I had them turned and just kind of stacked in place, but I like having them on display, and I feel like having a wood tone right here added a lot of warmth and character, so I'm so happy I found that piece. It is something I was looking for. The next thing wasn't on my list, but it was the sweetest find. It is this pumpkin pie dish. I absolutely love this. I think it's my favorite fall find of the year, which I say that all the time, but this one just, it has my heart. I think it added the perfect autumn touch to this area, and it just looks so complete and put together now, and I feel like it's just, my heart is so happy that I found that. Over here I have a really pretty vintage cutting board. I just love that. My goal is to stack some right here, and so I felt like this one, I liked the lighter wood. So as soon as I saw that, I knew I had to bring it home with me. But I like the idea of stacking it a little bit, and I like adding wood because our kitchen is so white and it uses a lot of lighter tones that I really feel like it looks better when I add in warmth with things like this basket and you know, little cutting boards. It adds the character that I feel like the space needs. So I was really happy to find that. And then of course I put one of my thrifted baskets here, and I'm gonna put our apples in there instead because I feel like that looks a lot better. So here's that space. And over here I had been looking, I had picked up these really, really cute spoons from Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago because I realized it'd be fun to have them for autumn, and I needed a little dish to place them in. And of course I found this little guy for $2 at the antique store. And then, oh, I forgot to share. So when I went thrifting, I found this really, really sweet pumpkin jar. And so I put our coffee in there and just tied a little ribbon. So the coffee area is complete now, and it's definitely more my style for fall. Okay, and then this is the hutch that I found on Marketplace. It is in no way styled for how it's gonna be long term. Like even in here, I should probably just show you. This book collection is actually my daughter's. We put it in here for now because her room is not complete. But when we went to the thrift store, I found almost the entire collection of the Elsie Dinsmore books, which I'm sure most of you have not heard of those. It's one of those things like I absolutely loved as a kid, and I was overjoyed to find them at the thrift store in almost perfect condition. So I got those for my daughter. But if you aren't familiar with those books, they're a wonderful read for young girls who you are raising to love the Lord, because oh, they just blessed me so much growing up, and they really ministered to me as a young girl striving to just grow in my faith. And then of course there's my fall plates. But let me go show you the next thing. Over here I found this darling magazine rack holder, which I am putting all of our seasonal books in. So many of them I have purchased over the years, but I like the idea of having books on display. One thing I'm trying to work on is not trying to have everything look staged, but have a really lived in feel to it. So I like that I have all these autumn books out to where the kids can grab them easily. We can read together, and it's just, I don't know, to me it just made it feel more like home. So I had been looking for something that could hold our seasonal books, and then whenever it's not holiday season, I'll probably put our devotion books in there. I have them in a different basket right now, but I thought this was just so pretty. I loved the way that it looked and the color, and I was really, really happy to find this at the antique store. Okay, what I'm about to show you next, I cannot believe. My husband, my sweet husband, got me my very first original oil painting, and I pretty much just stare at it all the time. It is stunning. So I'm going to show you that next. I know it's not the last thing, but oh my gosh, it is so beautiful and I'm so happy. So let me show you what he got me for my birthday. You can kind of see it right here, but let me turn the camera around so you can see it better. This is the painting that he got me. It came all the way from England in this gorgeous frame. Oh my goodness. This has my heart, you guys. I'm at a loss for words. I told him I've never gotten a gift like this, and I don't know how you could ever top something like this. Look at the detail. Oh, it's stunning. I have it above this antique furniture right now, but it is so beautiful. Next thing I found that had been on my list was a little antique runner to place our centerpiece on, and so I found this one when I went antiquing. I think it's so pretty. It was in almost perfect condition. There's a few little stains, but I really feel like I can get them out easily when I wash it. So I love the way that that looks on the table. I feel like it added so much character to this little space. Okay, and last but not least, I found this really, really cute lidded basket. That is something that I am always looking for and I never find them. So this one has compartments in it. Let me see if I can show this easily. It's split into 4 compartments, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to store in it yet, but I like the idea of having this like in the living room, and then I want to find one more eventually that's a little bit smaller that I could stack on top. But I was so happy to find this one, and it's the start to finishing this little collection that I have in mind. So that was my big antique thrifting and Hobby Lobby haul. Like I said, I found so many good finds this year and I feel so fortunate. I forgot to mention that my really sweet mother-in-law had also gifted me money to go find some new treasures for our home, and so it was extra special to be able to purchase things knowing that it came from someone that I love so dearly, and the pieces mean that much more because they were from a loved one. But I'm going to go ahead and show you our time at the pumpkin patch. That is also a tradition of ours, and you know how big I am on traditions. I think it's so special when you can anticipate something and look forward to something with your family. And so every year since I've had my daughter Haven, we've gone to the pumpkin patch on my birthday, and so it's been fun to carry that on now with our 5 children. So I'm going to share that in a moment, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to share more cozy autumn meals with you moving forward, more of how we're decorating, renovating, and all of that stuff. But I just want you to know it means the world that you support me. I say that every video, but I feel like I'm just so thankful every time I get to do this, that I want you to know that I appreciate that you're here and that it doesn't go unnoticed. If you hadn't seen my post, I had shared that this page is now called Homemaker's Heritage, and I am so thrilled about that because I've been wanting to find a name that kind of encompassed my vision and hope for this channel. And so here you can expect that there's just a broad variety of emphasis on being a homemaker. And being a homemaker doesn't mean that you're confined to only being a stay-at-home mom or a woman who stays home and you can't work. It really just means that you have a home, that you are being intentional with it, that you are stewarding well and stewarding to the glory of God. And so that's my prayer here, is that all of us would always leave feeling more encouraged to do so and to love our family better, to make home a place that our family never wants to leave, because it's such a loving and warm and safe place for those that we care about. And so I'm excited to share more of that with you and more heart-to-hearts here. But I'm gonna go ahead and share the pumpkin patch fun that we had and close this video.
pick up the phone and call me, I'll be there. Girl, let me show you, you're my one and only. Like I told you, I'll be there. And if you get blue, I got the loving for you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you would consider subscribing, that would mean so much to me. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.